Hey, how y'all doing? How y'all doing? It's part three of the Jeffrey Epstein video. So I did the full breakdown, what happened, why the labor force is the way it is, etc., etc. Why the Jeffrey Epstein thing is what it is. So since you've been seeing stuff, Bill Cosby, Diddy, Denzel, the Will Smith thing, Mike, who else big did they try to go after? They go through say, Morgan Freeman. Why did they make it such a big deal and put it into hyper mega god AJ from Wilson's Park, put it into hyper god Wizard of Oz ultra level mega delta 5 beta kappa mode, right? Why did they put it on Summer Jam Scheme and then perpetually show it on a nonstop loop reel? Because they needed to distract the public from the fact that the real criminals, the real R. Kelly as well, the real pedo ringers, the real rapists, the real genocidalists, Damons. What's the ruling class? The 1%, the Jeffrey Epstein list. That's what they've been trying to fool you and have you not know about for the past 6 years. First they did ignore it, then they conspiracy theory. Now they got to talk about it to get ahead of it to try to spin it. Can't spin it, bruh. It's already out there. We know Bill Gates on the list. And for Bill Gates, for those who don't know the true story about Bill Gates, it's Bill Gates and Melinda. For y'all, this is why I had to break down the feminist shit for y'all, because as soon as we say Bill Gates, then y'all gonna immediately believe the feminist bullshit. Yeah, he was cheating, and Melinda, of course, the women knowing better and being so good and righteous, is was such as it was. Hold on, I can't even get it out. Was the righteous one and kept telling him about Jeffrey Epstein. No. Remember what I said to you earlier. Joker, Harley Quinn, both evil. Oh my God, women can be evil. Oh. This is why I had to break it down, because Jeffrey, remember during COVID and shit, during her eat demonic guys had an upside down pyramid, basically winking at everybody like, we're gonna genocide you guys because we know you guys know about who we are. Basically like bragging and showing you that they on some satanic demon die. I pray to Lord Gilgamesh type energy. So Lord, Lord. So yes, this is the fuck shit that these people have been on. Notice too. You saw what happened with Vince McMahon. His charges got dropped. Come on, man. What are we talking about here? So, and he's guilty, hella guilty. So, anyways, so right now, the ruling class. And why was I breaking down the Bill Gates thing? Because Bill Gates is guilty. That nigga's Jeffrey Epstein was that boy accounting and shit. He was running back and forth. He couldn't get enough of being a part of the ring, along with so many others. The James Gunn, Tom Hanks. Remember, they was claiming Tom Hanks had COVID and he was on house arrest in Australia. People was talking about that back then. They just didn't want you to know that he was on the Epstein list. Oprah, all of these demons on the Epstein list. The ruling class, Trump, the Clintons, hell, Biden, it was part of some other shit. You saw how he been acting towards the kids. They had permission to hug her, all this demon shit Joe Biden on. This is the energy that these people are on, man. It's the energy they've been on. So, this is what's been happening. So, so so this is important to know. The whole COVID, why they shut down the whole world, was to save themselves, because they were about, the news headlines were about to be about them being charged with pedophilia all across the world. It would have been all the ruling class figures who run the world, the Soroses, the Peter, all of them. They would have all been called to the carpet. It's major CEOs. That's why, if you go back, look at the beginning of 2019, the end of 2019 into the beginning of 2020, all the major CEOs were resigning out of nowhere, and people were trying to figure out what was going on. That was what was going on, and they were going to be in the headlines because you can't ignore it, because then it's going to go underground. Everybody's going to know it undergroundly, and then the truth is going to come out there. So they have to take it and then spin it on their platforms, because remember, the ruling class controls all apparatuses. That especially it means the media. Remember, it was Bill CNN during the COVID era. So he was on CNN every day. Him and his wife with the upside down pyramid, basically like, hey, take your death shot. Yes, take it. And we just dropped that bioweapon. The pandemic. This is why they had the pandemic in the first place. This is why the Diddy thing happened. This is why the whole Me Too thing happened. So you don't have to. So they can continue, number one, making the face of all evil black. So they can justify the genocide campaign when the true evil and all the people doing all the real predator pedo ring shit is white. The ruling class and their henchmen. That's why I mentioned Oprah, because Oprah's name came up when her house got raided down, and then they covered it up and made it seem like on CNN. No, it didn't happen. If it didn't happen, you don't even need to mention it. Usually, y'all just ignore the story. The fact that it went viral and people were showing photos of it means y'all had to get ahead of it and change it, because people were starting to connect it to the Epstein thing. Hell, the major dignitaries and heads of state all over in the Caribbean knew what the fuck the island was, because they called it Pedo Island. Come on, man. What we talking about here, bruh? What we talking about? And you know how I know this shit is fugazi? Whenever I mention Epstein and all that shit, my videos get taken down. My shit get taken down on TikTok. This shit gets strikes. They take it down on Instagram, Facebook. They don't let that shit ride at all. Try to put me in Facebook jail, suspend me on all these media platforms that these people run, because they don't want the message, the truth, to come out. But damn it, the truth is coming out. And let me tell you what this whole Epstein and etc. stuff is. Remember, 2018. It's been a little while, but let me take you back 7 years ago. 2018, what was going on? 2018, top of 2018, what was happening? Black Panther movement. Remember, we had, 2017, 2016, 2015, so let's take it back. 2011, 2012, Trayvon happened. So that kicked off the Black Power wave. And initially, then it really got in the hyperdrive during Ferguson, 2013, 2014. So then 2014 hit, and we were Black powered up. So they had to change the energy and the narrative. And what do they always do? Gender war, drug revolution, sexual revolution. So they started doing all the agenda shit all the way through. Go look it up if you don't know what the fuck I'm talking about, please. So 2015, that's the first time you heard the You Go Girl shit. And then 2015, you saw Baltimore, Dylan Roof, all the major police killings continuing. 2016, for Alcester to Philando Castile. So this is all riding the wave. And then Trump is coming of age too. At the same time, the whole economic empowerment thing, because we were tired of both parties, was coming out. And Bernie was on the move because we wanted a new deal. We wanted an economic bill of rights. We wanted a high-wage, high-skill society that we had under FDR. So that was getting pushed. So the ruling class had to, number one, try to steer the truth, but not have economic empowerment as well. So they couldn't go for the traditional candidates because they were all getting junked. So what did they do? They sabotaged the Democratic side. Bernie was jetted in 2016, and they let Hillary win. And then on the other side, they pushed Trump because he was still in line with the ruling class's major apparatus, which is the big in charge. But they didn't like all the other rhetoric, quote unquote, but they still let it slide. Because at least it would feed the base, quote unquote. But they still were uneasy about it. Because now he had a mass movement. But what was going on in 2016 into 2017? Kaepernick. So that took wave. The Black Power movement was still pushing. 2017, still pushing, still moving. 2018, Black Panther took off. We was all on that. Then the whole permit patty, all these videos coming out about white people trying to set up black people to get shot up by the police. And we was calling that shit out. So what they do? Time's up. That's what they did in order to counter the shit. Time's up. Me Too popped off in 2018, not in accident, because people were revealing. We were starting to get back on code again. And then in 2019, what happened? Right? They were trying to make Jussie Smollett and Kamala like this synchronized democratic operation to push this shit against the Black Power push and against economic empowerment and shit like that. And make it a co-op agenda. But the universe exposed it, the Jesse Smollett bullshit, and then they try to flip it on us, but we countered it. And then Kamala fell through because number one, she was a Wall Street puppet. We were not going to fall for Obama in a skirt. That included Cory Booker for those gender war people. Yo, look at my last two videos if y'all haven't been debriefed on the gender war aspect. So these were all Wall Street puppets, aka ruling class puppets, who were all going to continue the genocide campaign, continue austerity, continue lowering the economic standard of living, and continue the Black genocide campaign under the cover of blackness. And now when you criticize, you're a feminist, you're Me Too, you're Time's Up, you're misogynist, you hate women, you suck, you're part of the oppressor class. The real oppressors are those straight black men agenda bullshit. So boom, now you see the game. There you go. Now you see the flow. So we smashed Kamala in 2019. The ruling class got nervous. China wasn't going along. Remember, they were doing color revolutions in China around that time, and China wasn't playing ball. So they felt uneasy with that. They felt uneasy because momentum was still strong enough for him to win again. And he was saying too much shit about the Federal Reserve and stuff. So they was like, oh hell no. So you got a couple all that, and then what was the final straw? Also, too, they wanted to do smoke screen shit so they can do destabilization efforts all around the Middle East, in the world, and in Africa and shit like that. So, and South America with Venezuela, economic warfare, and stuff like that they created. But back to the full picture. So, at the end of 2019, what happened? All of the major CEOs, end of 2019 into 2020. And the economic collapse. Oh, I forgot about that too. My bad, y'all. Economic collapse too. What happened in 2008, the financial crisis that was started and created by the ruling class 1% with the derivatives bubble. Y'all need to go watch The Big Short if you don't know what the hell I'm talking about. That's another thing that y'all need to get debriefed on if y'all don't know. But basically, it wasn't caused by the subprime housing mortgage bullshit, by the little man down the street who couldn't pay, and then they caused it. Remember, they always got to blame the poor people so they can off-skate and maintain their ruling class persona. But remember, every crisis is caused by the top. So they caused it with derivative speculation, and basically them deregulating the financial market so that they can run wild and do what they did before the Great Depression of 1933. And remember, they had hard Glass-Steagall that was repealed, and that opened the floodgates to stuff. The new way of corralling all of these derivatives and speculative bullshit that you can do is have a tax, 1% Wall Street sales tax. So remember, you pay taxes, they don't pay taxes on their buying and selling. So time to bring it all back. So 2019, that was another thing. The economy was in the shitter, and the ruling class was going to be on the carpet because nothing had changed. Remember, under Obama, Bush, and Trump, they all bailed out Wall Street. They all bailed out the ruling class. They gave them quantitative easing through the Federal Reserve. They gave them continuous bailouts. Remember, Trump passed that COVID bailout that gave billions, trillions to the banking cartels, to the ruling class. Obama did it with quantitative easing 1, 2, 3, and 4, I believe, and continued Bush's bailouts. And Bush started with the bailouts, bailing out all the major ruling class apparatuses and cartels that they run. I don't even call them companies; they're cartels. The fuck. So it's a lot. It's a lot for those that are like, oh my god, what the fuck? For those that our minds are blown, like I said, I gave you some names in the first video, but I'll reiterate. Dr. Webster Tarpley. Go watch the Obama Deception. Dr. Umar Johnson. Dr. Amos Wilson. Go read the Obama Deception book. Go read the Obama, The Making of a Mature Candidate. Go read, what's it called? Economic Catastrophe. It's by Dr. Webster Tarpley. Just go on his website, tarpley.net. He'll break down. He has a couple books about the financial market and historic trends that happened because of the ruling class's speculative bullshit. So all of that was going on. I digress. Let's get back to the main topic. All of that was going on right around the time, all at once, in 2019. So the Obama candidate didn't work. China wasn't playing ball. Trump was strong enough to win again. They started getting called to the carpet because their Epstein shit was, the pedo rings were starting to get blown up. That's why all the CEOs were resigning, and then the economy was about to be in the shitter. That's why I remember during the COVID they needed a smoke screen, because this time, if it all came out, how you gonna justify getting all of this? How you gonna justify doing it? So they had to come up with a bioweapon, cover, and that's the cover. So now the media dominate the news outlet using COVID instead of talking about with the number one story, which is the ruling class getting called for these pedo rings that they were running. And that's the real Epstein story that they've been hiding for the past 5 and 6 years of this iteration. It's been going on for over 20, 30 years. And remember, it's not just, oh yeah, my bad, the royals too. Remember, Prince Andrew was caught and Obama buried it. His FBI buried it. So for those that, wait, no, it's the Republicans with Trump. Remember, Trump was a Democrat first. It's both guys. It's both. They're the same ruling class. They just have a different apparatus. And the problem with the Republicans now is their traditional base has been converted. It's been usurped. It's not the same base that it was. So now they have to placate the truther base, the Alex Jones crowd, the libertarian wing. So it's a little nuance. And on the left wing side of the game, I need my people to catch the fuck up. I need the big five to be speaking on the list and really telling the totality of what's been going on. Because a lot of our people don't know. They don't know none of this shit that's going on. And that's the real reason. That's why your favorite artist is getting got. That's why they keep Me Tooing and everybody who's black and of any sort of celebrity merit, so they can give themselves cover. Because they're the ruling class. They're the ones that have been doing all this shit and doing all this fuck shit. Imperial wars, pedophilia, crime, mass genocide, economic destruction of the economy. All that's been going on. And they're at fault. They know they should have been in jail during the Obama era. Obama famously told them, I'm the only one stopping you from the pitchforks. And he helped to shield they ass. For those, again, who don't know how bad Obama was, both sides are bad and ain't shit. The problem is the left-wing side has so much cover because they have the press of being good, quote unquote, and the Republicans being bad. They both are bad. They both ain't shit. Just like the same press that, when on the surface level, the man is already seen in a negative light, especially the black man. And the press on the black woman is somehow different and better, quote unquote. It's the same thing. It's the same. When I'm out in society and I'm as a black man, 9 times out of 10, there's some sort of stereotype that's iterated, not said, but the energy's there by. They don't go and be like, oh, damn, okay, who are you? This is the. They don't have a comment. They already have stereotypes. Oh, look at this jailbird or bum or whatever. I'm like, motherfucker, I got 4 degrees. I'm highly educated. I am working for a nonprofit, YouTube video, speaking truth to power, political candidate, trying to, take over and do real shit. You know what I'm saying? My Powerball winner, all the whole 9, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, taking over. Like, that's, like, yes. And using said funds to take over. Like, that's the flow right there. That's the flow. But the problem is, and for anybody who's trying to hate on what I'm saying and put evil eye or negative energy and all that, man, hey, I rebuke that shit straight up and down. None of that evil shit gonna work on me, y'all boys. Don't even try. I'm blessed. Blessed and highly favored, as they would call it, chosen one. So y'all can't even touch this. So, hey, don't even try it. It's gonna be a sad day for y'all. Real rap. But anyways, I digress. Let's go back to what I was talking about, man. So the Epstein shit. These people need to be charged. Their faces need to be on primetime TV. They need to get broken down and stuff. Okay, this is his name, but what is he a part of truly? Oh, he runs this wing of the ruling class. Oh, he's in charge of these companies. But wait, why don't we have their names? Oh, because it's a ruling class and they've been able to hide using a bunch of different dummy companies so you don't know their names for real. So that's what needs to be called to the carpet. Their names need to be exposed. They need to be told to the public who they truly are, and then they need to be charged, punished to the fullest extent of the law, and everybody who's a part of it, who's been covering it up, and who's been a part of the agenda, needs to be exposed and charged and permanently disciplined for sure as well. Because this is the justice era. What is justice? The reward for good and the punishment for evil. These evil motherfuckers need to get punished for good. And it's time for the rise of good. It's time for the rise of a Mayatic world, a world, heaven on earth that was always meant to be. That's what time it is right now. Well, this era of demon time and devil trying to play Satan. Fuck that. That shit is over. It's time for God to finally take over for all time, and that be the arbiter and basis for everything. So that the kids can be free, the women can be free, the men can be free, and everything come back into alignment, come back into its rightful state as it was always meant to be. And that means reparations for foundational black Americans. That means ending the Imperial War. That means ending the Black Genocide Campaign. That means the Economic Bill of Rights. That means a full set economy, high wage, high skill, universal income, Medicare for all, food stamps fully funded, welfare reinstated, disability enhanced, Social Security enhanced, curing diseases, getting the Dr. Sebi method off the ground and into mainstream so that everybody follows that so they can be more healthier and cure their ailments. So that's what time it is, man. Yeah, that's where we at right now, man. And I feel good about making this video, man. Look for the Obama and Michelle co-op video, psyop again. They really think people still believe them. There's too many people that do too. I guess I gotta break down. If y'all want to see me do an Obama video, y'all go put that shit in the comments, man, so I can break that shit down for y'all too. Cause I'm gonna do the video on Obama and Michelle. I gotta watch the whole thing. Cause I couldn't watch it. I just knew it was gonna be some psyop bullshit to get y'all back on the spoken wheel. So, and it was. You over here talking about, well, if you're a boy, you need to be around a gay man. Basically co-signing pedophilia. Do you see the shit? And they're getting their guy to run the gambit. Remember, it's CIA op Obama. Remember, his grandparents are CIA. His mother is Ford Foundation or Gamaliel Foundation. So ruling class apparatus. This is who this guy is. The fuck? This nigga probably don't even think he's black. I'm tan in the suburb. For real, fuck ass nigga, the mulatto trader. That's what Obama is, and there's a historic position for that. The role of the bastard as a factor in history. That's where the John Henry Clark. That's what Obama is. He's a bastard, and his bastarddom, you see it. He identifies with his white ruling class masters, CIA ruling class apparatus. There's a big New Brzezinski Trial Commission, et cetera, Henry Kissinger and them. The Queen as well. I remember he spoke at the Queen Elizabeth 2009 it was, or whatever, and he identifies as a gay man. It's clear. That's why he did so much for his community. Now let me tell you who he don't fuck with. He don't fuck with black people. That nigga hate niggas. The problem is the brothers. He hates black men. That he has a viral hatred for black society. You can tell. You heard how when he called the young people who stood up during Baltimore against white oppression, and Freddie Gray getting his spine snapped, called them thugs. Does that sound to you like a black man, or does that sound like a white boy? Ain't Obama ain't nothing but a cracker. And that's straight up and down. Do you want me to run down? Hold on, I'm going to do it in the next video for me. So, go ahead and watch my next video where I break down the Obama and Michelle podcast, or Barack and Michelle podcast, Barry, Soweto, and Michelle podcast, whichever name you want to use. Uh-oh, I'll break it down too much already. Y'all go ahead and check that out. So, thank y'all.